Good morning, Mr. Roy.
Good morning. A normal stream start for us. Look at this.
I know it's crazy. I mean, technically we're a minute late, but who's counting, right?
Plus or minus.
Minute late doesn't count. And there's nobody here yet, so hey, that's all good. We beat them here.
That's the fun part.
That is the fun
All right.
part.
Well, let's.
I got all my
probably-
stuff working this morning so far, so knock on wood.
Nice.
We've got a major thing happened overnight last night. I noticed a meme coin that Roy did not. That never happened. And I didn't mention it because it's Roy, and I figured he was already all over it anyway, so I didn't say anything. And then come to find out this morning, he did not see it. So
I did not see it.
That is the world we are living in right now. It is a crazy, crazy world. If you're watching here now, you see yesterday we had a 50K express, and we was copy trading one. Now we're copy trading two because we did pass another combine. We do have another combine to start today. I've been trading that later in the day. I've been concentrating on XFAs, which has been working, so we're not going to buck that trend. Another little small reminder, if you do have Top Step, you're using Top Step X, set you a personal daily loss limit. I've got mine set at $800 right here. That way, no matter what happens, I can trade 3 days without blowing this account. And this is all, I'm not taking it off the others, so this is just to preserve capital in case something happens and I want to go off rails, which I have done before. This actually prevents me from going off rails, and I get mad when it locks me out. But when I come back the next day, I'm thankful that I was locked out. So there is that. So let's look at the Trader Hub this morning. So, we had some U.S. initial jobless claims. Today is Thursday, and wow, messed me up. So it came in at 223,000. Forecast was 220. Previous was 217. So it came in a little hotter on that. That is interesting. So we do have that. Trump speaks at 10.
Ooh.
That is interesting because if anybody can move the market, we know Trump can move the market. You got the 4-week bill auctions today. Those are typically not much to them, but you do have the 10-year tips, which is typically something decent to it. So you do have that today. All you crude traders, we do have some crude inventories and stuff coming out today. So be careful with that. Then overnight, we have the World Economic Forum. Don't actually know what that could do, but it could do something to the market. So if you do trade blowbacks, if you put you some orders in and go to sleep, be careful. And then into Friday. Wow, I thought American Express was doing earnings today. Did I not see that?
They are
earnings today.
They are Friday in the morning.
So Friday, we do have American Express earnings, which I said I was interested in because I want to see how that's going with the way the economy is going. We got PMA flash data coming out. This is usually pretty something that can do it. You got U.S. Michigan sentiment. We know how that goes too. U.S. existing home sales. Michigan 5-year, 1-year inflation. More home sales. More expectations. More conditions. Crude traders, you got the Baker and Hughes rig counts coming out. So those actually, I think, did they go down last time? I don't remember. I think they went down last time, which is kind of a big deal because you would expect to see those to start to go back up now with Trump in office. So he is definitely going to make it easier for the oil companies to get oil, which I'm always a fan of because typically when that happens, that brings gas prices down. So we'll see. He is on a mission, I think, to try to do almost everything that Biden did. I saw a thing yesterday. I find it interesting. It has nothing to do with trading, but it was what's the Speaker of the House's name?
Speaker of the House, not the majority one. They switched him. What's his name?
What for Republican? The Republican guy, Mike Johnson, is that his name?
That's it. Yeah.
So he was
Mike
talking.
Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, this just kind of shows where Biden was at. He was talking the other day on an interview and was talking about trying to, if the Speaker of the House, usually the Speaker of the House pretty much has an open door to the president, right? Because, if you look at one of the most important people in the country is the Speaker of the House, right? Because they're the ones that kind of push everything through. Well, when he got Speaker of the House, I think it was 23. There was some stuff going on. He was trying to get a meeting with Biden, and they kept blowing him off, right? They kept saying there wasn't anything. So he finally went public, like, hey, I can't get a meeting with the president. This is not right, blah, blah, blah. Well, once he went public, it put pressure on the Biden administration to get him a meeting. So he finally got a meeting scheduled. When he walked in, it was Biden, it was Kamala, it was the CIA director, the FBI director, the leader of the DOJ. It was everybody in there that shouldn't have been there. It should have been Johnson and Biden and maybe a staffer, right? Take notes or whatever, but it shouldn't have been everybody else in there.
Right.
He gets in there. Of course, they're not letting Biden say hardly anything. They're doing all the speaking for him, and he's asking Biden a question. Well, they're answering the questions when he's asking Biden the questions, and he's getting a little perturbed with everybody. Like, hey, I'm trying to talk to the president. I want to see what the president thinks on this.
Right.
Well, he gets to the point where he kind of pulls Biden to the side, and he asked him a question. It was something about banning natural gas from being we couldn't export natural gas. And he went to the Biden. He's like, hey, I don't get why you ban the export of natural gas. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, this is a good thing for the country, blah, blah, blah. Of course, Biden's like, I didn't ban it. We can still do that. That's not banned. And he's like, no, it's actually, you signed an executive order banning to do that. He's like, no. What I signed was an order where we could do some more investigating into it to see what the pros and cons of it were. He's like, no. He said, you banned it. He said, I walked out of that meeting and I knew that President Biden had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on in the country.
Yeah.
And this is probably early 2023. That's a sad part of our country right there. That's a sad, I don't care what side you're on. That makes absolutely zero sense. The president has to be the president. Now, do I think a president should be like a football coach that has good coaches on him that he trusts and he listens to? Absolutely. But
yeah,
he still should be the one making the decisions. Right. And he was not the one. They were putting stuff in front of him to sign, and he had no clue what he was signing.
Madness.
Yeah, and that just shows you, like, I'm saying that other world leaders, and that's you saw a lot of stuff going on. You saw Putin, they invaded Ukraine. You saw the war, Hamas attacked Israel, all that stuff going on. And I don't think that's a coincidence that it happened under Biden. And that, like I said, that's not a shot at the Democrats. That's not taking up for the Republicans. That's a shot of the people who were controlling Biden, who put him in there and used him as a puppet as they played politics and did what they want to do, which I don't agree with. And there seems like there needs to be some safe falls where stuff like that can't happen again. I don't know what you can do, but I didn't agree with it, and I thought that was just a horrible look for everybody, and just made America look horrible.
Yeah, I mean, that was that old. I think I mentioned it on the stream that Trump had done that portraits of all the presidents, and it got to Biden, and it was just liberal staffers, and it was, it's a joke, but you kind of look back and you kind of say, there really was, because Biden had a track record of being more medium central to the Democratic lean. He wasn't as far left as his administration had kind of turned. So it was a very odd, and also in hindsight, very obvious thing that was going on given his health.
Yeah, and I know our country's to the point now where you have to be so far left or so far right to get elected. And the thing about that really drives me crazy and irks me is that if you look at most Americans are probably more down the middle than they are far right or far left. You have
Yeah,
but your loudest bunch are your very far right and your very far left on both sides.
yeah, definitely.
I think I told you this. I said we'll never see the days where you had like George W. Bush. A lot of people couldn't stand him, but he was more down the middle,
Hmm.
than presidents have been in the past. Even I hate to say it, even Bill Clinton was more down the middle. If you look, Bill Clinton was really good at working with both sides, and that's what you got to have in a president. We'll see if Trump can do that. I don't know that a lot of people don't want to work with Trump just because his name's Trump. So that also
Well,
irks me a little bit.
yeah, that's kind of the bad part, right? I can't work with this guy because then I'm associated with him, and then that can hurt me in re-elections. And it's like
Yep.
that's not what we're trying to do here. I mean, yes, everybody wants to get elected, but yes, everybody's doing whatever they can to keep their job. Rightfully so. On the flip side, right, Republicans that are afraid to speak out against Trump, they're not doing it because of the same reasons. But the 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 country has to be first, and you've got to work together to solve the problems. And hopefully, the problems get solved that are major, and then the minor ones can get resolved in a diplomatic fashion without having to have all these underlying earmarks and billions of dollars here or there that have nothing to do with the problem. So,
Well, I mean, we see that, and somewhere along the line, we got to the point where our congressmen and senators, they don't. Most of them, some of them do. Most of them don't have our best interest in heart.
yeah,
Most of them have their best interest at heart, which is, like you said, keeping their job.
yeah,
And us as Americans have to be able to vote those people out to bring in people that are actually going to do what we want them to do, what the people want them to do. So I don't know. As long as America has a two-party system, I think we're screwed. So we'll see. The two-party
sadly, I
system.
think you're correct. Yeah, sadly, I think you're correct.
So, anywho, off the soapbox on politics, Roy, you want to run through the Mag 7 and all your stupid crypto plays you got going on?
Yeah, let's do it. So, ES right now is kind of trending slightly down on the last few candles. It's testing its 200 MA on the 5 minute VWAP. There's a whole cluster of stuff right there for you. NQ took a nice nasty dip, put it down 0.5% in pre-market. It's trending below yesterday's or below. So something to keep an eye on if tech can get going. VIX is trending down, but it is green on the day, so it is up almost a percent or almost over 0.5%, 0.66%. Here's your interesting one. TNX gapped up back over 4.6 and moving up. So keep an eye on TNX moving back upward
Well, we're
as
not
it's kind
talking
of
about going down yesterday. That's a
yeah,
good.
right. It's got down support, and then it's just kind of raged itself up. So TNX is on a wild ride. Dixie kind of, flat on the day. It's just kind of hanging out above 108, now comfortably over 108 at 108.20. Keep an eye on that. Apple's green to start the day. This is good because I have Apple calls. Bought those on Tuesday. Playing the earnings run up. So Apple slightly green. Nvidia is down on a monster run yesterday, almost 4.5% yesterday. So a little cool off today wouldn't be unexpected. Down 1.6%. Microsoft down 0.68%, but again, another one that on a monster run yesterday, up $17, 4% yesterday on Microsoft. Not bad for the largest company in the world. Google, basically flat, kind of trending flat. Can't quite break that 200 and hold it, so we'll see if it has another shot at that later today. Amazon been on a tear since Bezos's fiance showed out at the inauguration, up 1.8% yesterday, down 0.16 this morning. That holding up very strong given the TikTok ban was kind of reversed. Zuckerberg's done good things, I guess. in the public eye to give investors confidence. It's up 0.5% today. And Tesla. Tesla's an interesting chart. So let's go to the hourly on Tesla. I was looking at this yesterday. Had this big move down, kind of rally up, made a lower high, rallied down or pushed down, but then made a higher low, higher low, higher low, then kind of went back and is now kind of, I guess, stagnating, if you will, around this higher low. So it's crucial that Tesla holds 410, 400. If it does, it could shoot back up and kind of keep this upward trend going. But as you can see, a little bit of choppiness to Tesla as it figures out what it wants to do next. IBM slightly green in the pre-market. That's good for me. Bitcoin went all the way down to 101 last night. It's now kind of back up 102, but we'll see if that downtrend continues. That is clearly a downtrend
That's
from
funny.
its little pop.
All the way down to 101.
Yeah, no, right.
1,000. Crazy.
Crazy. Solana 245. Yesterday, if you joined us, we were watching it hit 260 and going, wow, what a strong move. And right back down it goes. So crypto's having a little bit of a cool off period. Micron's having a little bit of a cool off period. It kind of shot up over 110 yesterday. It's now back under 105 in pre-market. So there is this kind of stories going around that demand for chips is falling. So which is why you'll see Micron maybe follow that trend. Palantir, nice uptrend. I think Monty bought around here at the bottom. Beautiful. Had a buy signal. It's kind of pushing its way up. About to complete a cup. 79 to complete that cup. We'll see if it can do that. AMD, again, kind of a nice little uptrend, but a little slight downtrend going into yesterday. Kind of cooled off a bit towards the end of the day yesterday. Coin down with crypto. SMCI still clicking around. MicroStrategy. What else? We got anything else interesting? Gold. Gold's on a ripper.
Yeah, actually, there's an article on Financial Juice about how Wall Street Journal did about gold futures fall as Trump tariff plans renew inflation concerns. So seems like inflation is good for gold. I don't know why it's coming back.
So if you drew a little very fast trend line, that kind of gets all these points, but you're kind of right at it this morning.
Yep.
Keep an eye on that. Let's see. IWM, small cap season. Everybody's been kind of talking about that. Had a bottom here at 213, ripper all the way up to the 50-day moving average, and then just stopped on a dime, 230, and is now down to about 226, 227. We'll see if it finds support at some of these levels, the 5-day, the 20-day, or if it just kind of trickles back down. Oracle, 181, had good news. Let's see, Netflix. That's a flag, but it kind of got faded, but there's a big stick. So if Netflix wants to get going, probably could fall all the way down to like 935 and then find support and jump up. That was its previous all-time high. 940. Keep that in mind. Financials been on a ripper, just kind of stagnating up here, but wow, what a move. These are 1-hour charts, by the way, for everyone watching. Energy, same. Big move up. Now kind of lagging potentially here, but it is on a downtrend here in the last few days, this week. And I believe that concludes our Mag 7 ES rundown. We got about 10 minutes before the open.
Yeah, you remember we added this 50 SMA. This is a simple moving average. While I was going through that, I drew this trend. This is a very good trend line right here. All right, this is, you can see we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, if it comes down to 6 times to test it. I would almost we have this is our pretty much our chop range, right? This kind of big. It's 100 points. But I would look probably for around this area here. If it breaks down there, let's draw us a line over here. Actually, let's draw us a little zone over here. How about that? I like that little zone right there. And I like it if it breaks down because this is your 730 candle, right? This is your data candle. It's right below that data candle. We'd made a low. We were kind of trending up. Data came out, shot up, down, all over the place. Kind of ended with indecision. Started trend back up and came back down. Now it's holding this trend. It's holding VWAP. Me and Roy noticed yesterday this 50 is a lot stronger than we ever thought it was.
Yeah.
If you go look at the 50 is probably the most important thing we got on this chart right this second, to be honest with you, the way it's trading. If you look, let's look back at the 50, right? The 50 is this pink line. So this is yesterday's move, came in, came back, test the 50, test the 50. It wanted to break down, but what did it get? Right back above that damn 50, right? When it finally broke, look at the move down you got.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, 50 came down with it, kind of got back above it, couldn't break it out, came back down, went down again. Now look at the 50. We're back above the 50, and that 50 keeps holding us support. Seems like it's attracted to go back to that 50, no matter where we're at on the chart. So we're definitely going. The 50, I think, was probably the most value-added thing we did on here is when we put that on the charts. So we're going to keep an eye on it. If you get this break here, right, you break this trend, which is, you look at this 50 is going right up with the trend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're almost parallel. So if this 50 turns and breaks the trend, well, we can look probably for a trend break at some point too. So, like I said, we got 6.5 minutes to open. So if you watched this yesterday, we really good about waiting for this break. We did. Yesterday was probably our most patient day we had so far.
Yeah.
We waited for the move. We got the move. I hit $500 in a couple accounts, and then I got $1,500 in the combine. And it was all on the move up, right? And then what happened was once we got the move up, I started playing. Let's look at it. Because me and Roy were talking about getting back on. Y'all were with us. And then he said, I think the move already happened. Well, this is the move I got back in on right here. So if you look here, I think we got off right about here. It came up. Here's where I got in. So we got a 8 test. I scalped it. We got a 13 test. I scalped it. We got this test. I scalped it. And I was done.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back kind of old school. Instead of holding and letting the play trade out, I was trying to make $100, $200 each time I was in it. So I knew we were at the top of this range, right? The 4-hour range. That 4-hour range has not changed. That's the same one we had yesterday. So at being up this close, I couldn't hold for a break of that 4-hour, right? So I had to make sure that I was in and out. So I was just scalping the crap out of it. And I think it was 540, 550 I made in my XFAs, which just by doing that. And then if we would have been on together, this break of this 50 here and 230 was the perfect move for a short. I mean, broke down, retested to the T, and then died off. That would have been a fantastic move to get into on. And also, it would have broke the 50, which what's our rule on the 50? If it's above the 50, we're looking for longs. Below the 50, we're looking for shorts. So it would have broke. That would have gave us a short signal. Retest, I mean, almost to the T. And then from there, you got 630. Let's just go to be conservative here. I mean, you got this, 12-point move?
Yeah.
12 points. Anybody, that's $600.
Yeah.
On one lot. That's not bad. So, but here we are. It is above the 50. And another reason why I'm saying I would like this area to break down, if this does break down, where are we at? We're below the 50. So we'll be looking for a short at that point. I see you got a little visitor trying to see if you're busy in the background.
Yeah.
He was looking. He was looking.
You getting a jersey? All right, you can get a jersey. Yeah, he got school canceled today. They'll be back tomorrow.
That's good. You know, the snow days were always the funnest when you were a kid.
Yeah. Unfortunately, out here it's just ice right now, so there's no flurries, just nasty ice.
Your wife had to go to work. You didn't drive her to work this morning?
I offered. She said no.
Okay. I give you a pardon then.
I appreciate it.
So I was finna make fun of you.
Did you get it? All right.
And another thing, if it breaks this trend line, you know, you break all the MAs, you break the VWAP and the 50. So
Yeah.
No,
you
don't have
oh, hold on, buddy. I'm getting a crowd of people.
Here you go. We got 2.5 minutes to open, so we're watching this. Watching this trend. We're definitely not going to rush anything. If we do get a break now, or if we break below this at open, I'm not saying that, you know, if it does, if this is the way they want to go with it, we'd look for a retest and an entry. I don't know how that's news. Putin orders Russian government to check the condition of their tanker fleet. Okay. Good enough. But we're just sitting here chilling, waiting.
Yeah. We're kind of just grinding, which is, I don't know if it's bullish or bearish, just grinding.
Yep.
Oh, there's your 5-minute move.
Yep, we get it. It's almost every day, isn't it? Now, if we bet on it, it's not going to happen. But we didn't bet on it, so
it's going to go the other way. You want to look at this?
This is hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
Put it on.
We're getting close. We got 45 seconds to open here. See what we do once we get into open. Ooh, very nice pop here on the 5-minute. As expected, CVD has gone from negative to positive, red to green. So you got order sitting at 20. This 20 is way up here. You got 300 orders sitting up there. You got a bunch of orders sitting at 10 and all the way down to 60, 80. You got orders all the way up to 61.55. So we could get a decent move, and here is open. Ding, ding, ding. Let's start this bad boy. See what MOO comes out at. Just waiting to see. Yeah. U.S. natural gas futures gain ahead of storage data. I don't understand how storage data affects natural gas, but I guess it does.
Pretty interesting open here. Just can't decide what it wants to do.
I'll tell you why. MO opened up at plus 76 million. It's a little higher than normal, so that is kind of interesting. NASDAQ was plus 21 million. The Dow was negative 33 million. The Mag 7 plus 31 million. Oh, I was looking through Twitter yesterday and I saw where we had talked about maple stacks the other day, right? Being the creator of the candle candle, and he put a thing out. Hey, this is all you need to trade. Blah blah blah. And somebody asked him, said, "Well, do you watch the VIX?" He said, "Never pay attention to it. Don't care what it does."
Wow.
I was like, okay, that's maple stacks. He's
Yeah, I mean he's
pretty damn good at what he does.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. And saying all that, the VIX got down there at open.
I didn't even look. What's old Tide starting out as?
I hadn't looked at Tide yet. I was trying to give it a minute to, because you can't really see anything right this second with it.
No. It looks like calls are in charge, but we'll take it from there.
Well, look at SPY. We just put volumes went negative.
Yep, there it goes.
And look at the market go with it.
And the market going with it.
Crazy how that works with options, isn't it?
So you got this move, get into your zone.
Your holdings is interesting. They just spiked up on volume too, so looks like it might be coming back. Wow, look where we bounced at, the 50 and the trend line. Of course, y'all know we're not doing anything right now. We're waiting.
I need to put a sell order in my app for my Apple.
Yeah, Apple opened up $1.80, so up, almost 1% up.
Yeah, we're gonna let half go. It wants to pop a little more.
This 50 is holding. Let's see if we can break it down. CVD is plus 700. Like I said, that's not a lot, but considering it was about negative 2,000 about 10 minutes. Let's see. What have we got on there?
Give me my hoodie.
Oh, it's different. He had something.
He put his Real Madrid jersey on and his possum outfit. Come here.
Oh, okay. Possum.
So he's a possum. So
make sure you tell him that possums eat shit.
I'm gonna make sure I tell him that. That's be the lesson today.
Yeah.
He can go back to school and tell everybody what he learned.
Well, this is why we don't just trade the open anymore. We don't just hop in because good luck, right?
Right. I mean, that trend line's holding, but ain't exactly flying off of it.
No. Interesting to see if when this 50 goes below that trend line, what it does, how it reacts to it.
Mm-hmm. And looking around, Mag 7s.
It's kind of a mixed bag, isn't it?
Yeah, like nothing.
You got the Nvidia, Microsoft taking the hit, Amazon taking the hit, but Apple decent, Tesla decent. Oh, Googs and Meta just kind of holding on.
VIX now below 15, 14.99.
That's an ugly candle on VIX to start with.
Yeah.
That we probably shouldn't pay attention to. It's a joke, by the way.
I get it though. I mean, there's so many things. At some point, you just gotta say, I can't look at that.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you, if you want to look at everything that actually helps move the market, you're looking at TNX, you're looking at the dollar, you're looking at the VIX, you're looking at the option chain over here with the Tide, you're looking at the orders we're putting out. I mean, without even trying, I just named 5 things, and you can't look at all 5 things at once. So I try to narrow it down to a couple. Mm-hmm. I have the VIX on my chart. Yes, I don't pay attention to the VIX. I do have it where I can look over and glance and see what it's doing, but I don't trade off the VIX, if that makes sense. I have it up as kind of a reference. Ooh, it's volume on the.
Yeah, that's what I was just showing on the thing. SPY of went red to green with some volume.
Nice move off the, what was it? The 50 and the trend line. So,
Yeah, kind of battling the. Oh, I guess that rejection was the orb high from yesterday. Interesting.
this is what we're looking for. So, if we want to trade along, we're looking for this breakout up here and then a retest and a go. If we want to trade a short, I'm going to actually move this because this is where I'm going to trade it at. So we're going to, if it'll get there. There. That's the range we're looking at now. It's probably a little better range, to be honest with you, if you want to make a trade. These are a lot. You don't, when you're looking for your trend, your ranges, yeah, can you put a 100-point range? Absolutely. But are you going to get any trades off that? Unless you're on one far extreme to the other, the odds are not in your favor there. So you're looking for your closest support and resistance areas. And breaking this down, if you look at this range, you would actually probably draw a zone here and you could draw a zone here. So you're still trading supply and demand zones, right? You're just doing it a little differently. That's the thing that gets me with you start looking at like the ICT folks, and it's not just ICT, and I'm not trying to pick on ICT people, even though you know what I feel about the ICT people. Not the people, the actual person and the language of it. I can't stand it. But anyway, every strategy is almost the exact same. We just use different verbiage to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything breaks down to, I don't care what you're looking at. You're like, well, this is a fair value gap. Well, okay, you're looking at supply demand zone. Everything is supply and demand zones. That's what you're looking for.
Yep.
It's like anything else in the world. Supply and demand is what makes the world function. So that's what we're looking for here. So.
Yep. I'm gonna shut this door real quick.
Yeah, you go. We're still in no man's land here. Might get the breakout this time. Let's see if we get this breakout. CBD is kind of ramping up. It's at 2,000 positive.
Let me shut the door, brother.
As soon as you shut it, he comes it up.
As soon as he came and walks through.
Gotta love kids.
He didn't like
And
that door.
because one day they're old and they don't want to have anything to do with you. You got to beg them.
I know. I got to keep reminding myself when I get frustrated with him.
Yep. I used to do the same with my son Eli. We did a lot. We had TV shows we watched. We played games together, watched movies together, did a lot of stuff together. And then he gets to a point, it's like, I don't want to hang out with Dad anymore.
Yeah. All right, there's your move.
Yeah, we still got to get this breakout, though. I want the breakout above. Before we do anything, 2250, I've never seen, I don't know what Bookmap's doing here. So 2225 is actually highlighted in blue now. Because I have oh, see. If you put my mouse is sitting over there, so that's why I was showing. I didn't know it could do that. Interesting. I think that must be an update because that was not like that before. Why couldn't it have broke out and then came back and retested that thing right there? That would have been perfect, wouldn't it?
That would have been great because you look at SPY tide and you're like, oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you, if you look at the actual breakout, look at that. If you was to break that range, take that candle out. That might have been the play. But we're being a little on the conservative side. Here we are. We are trying to get this breakout. You look at the breakout. So it's right here. If you break out, you could very easily go to 33.
Yeah, you got a runner.
All right, we need the candle close above this. We've got a long time on this candle. So this is a brand new candle.
When's Trump speaking? Hour? 20 minutes?
Yeah, hour and 20 minutes, 19 minutes. Give me the close up here, then give me the retest I want. Come on, baby. Man, just Tide is booking up.
Yeah.
CBD is 27 positive.
Holdings, you had a big drop on everything.
Yeah, you're seeing it on the. You're not seeing it on SPY.
Yeah.
You're not seeing it on general market either, are you? A little bit of dip, but not much.
Apparently, I saw it on Vine. Actually, obscure crypto reference for the day. Not a good looking candle.
Nope.
Not a good looking candle. So it's a good thing we don't shorten our ranges, right? Keep them honest.
Say that here you are. You're testing that range now.
Yeah.
So if it bounces here, which is doesn't look like it's going to, does it? Yeah.
Yeah. Long time in the candle still.
You did come down and test the 8, so that's an interesting spot there. This is why we wait for candles to close too on this move. If you would have just taken on the break, you would have just definitely gotten stopped out and moved back down.
Or at least taking some heat.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was yesterday, Roy, like, you might want to look at the 1 minute. And they're like, nope, this is a 5-minute strategy. And I get why you would look at the 1 minute. You're looking for a good entry, but the way this thing moves, that 1 minute does not tell you, like, I mean, if you're looking for a long, and you still didn't get that close above it even on the 1 minute. So it's a moot point, I guess. I was trying to be smart and prove Roy wrong, but then you look at the 1 minute and it didn't close above it. So
I mean, it closed right at it, didn't it? That one candle.
right on it.
How do you get to it?
But it didn't close above it. See, this, I was thinking the 8 might have been a spot to try it.
Yeah.
Now look, you're not getting a big move. This looks more than what it is, but you're looking at a point right here, so that's not a lot. You're looking from the 8. You're looking at 3 3/3 points or so, 3-4 points. So not a lot. Is it enough to make a little money? Absolutely, but I want to get these. My goal is to get. I'm not saying today, but I want to get these above this $2,000 drawdown.
Yeah.
And then I can start. Once I get above that $2,000 drawdown, that's when I'm going to look to start increasing my lot size. So once this is flat, this is above 2,000. I probably wait till about 2,500 or so. Then we'll look to do 2. And then we don't have to get a bigger move to make what we want to make out of it. I mean, you got to think in the last 2 days we've made $1,200 make, per account trading one lot at a time.
Yeah.
So we're not putting a lot of stress on our stuff here. So, and once we get that up, we'll adjust this accordingly. Like we might move this up to 1,000 once this gets to like 3,000. So I want to make sure I have enough days where something happens. And did get a close above. I
don't like that as the retest though, That's tough.
It closed above, it closed like right above. So I think we're going to practice what we've been doing and be patient. Oh, I sent Roy a thing yesterday. This is kind of funny. I've been looking at like condos and stuff on the beach. Of course, right now is a weird time to look. I can't believe nobody's putting any snow pictures up on their stuff. But Realtor.com sent me one yesterday. It was a 10-bedroom, 12-bath for almost 6.4 million. And I'm like, really, Realtor.com? I'm like, I don't know what you think I do. Not me. Definitely
Not yet. Not yet.
If we get there, it wouldn't hurt my feelings, but my gosh, I couldn't imagine paying $6.4 million for a condo. Now, granted, if you look at I looked all through the pictures. I mean, I dove all through it. This son of a gun is, as expected, it's probably as nice as you can see on one on the beach, and it's right on the beach, and it's got its fake grass in the back by the pool, so you don't have to mow your grass. One thing I've noticed though, when you're looking at condos and houses, you got to be careful where you get because your HOA fees.
Exactly. Yeah, they're madness.
Yeah, I've got a buddy. We've talked about staying. We go every year. We go to what's called Mullet Toss at the Florida. It's pretty much like an adult spring break. Love it. It's my annual trip. We go every year. Well, we stay right beside the Florida at the Phoenix 10. And of course, he's like, "Hey, man, just why don't you look at condos at Phoenix 10? If you want to get a condo, get one there. Blah blah blah." You know what HOA fees are at the Phoenix 10? $750 a month.
That's just HOA, not even insurance, none of that. Just
that's HOA fees. Yeah.
Okay.
$750 a month. And now, granted, I don't know of anybody that lives the Phoenix 10 all the time. So
yeah,
most of those are short-term rental, vacation rentals and stuff. But my gosh, $750 a month.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something that I could, if I want to stay in it for a year, I can stay in it for a year.
Right.
I don't have to rent it out if I don't want to. I'm really weird about people having strangers in my house. So
yeah,
I don't know how I would deal with the short-term vacation rental.
Yeah, that's the one kind of thing that I hate that's not kind of regulated a bit more is those HOAs because they're just like what like you're stuck really,
Yeah, and if you get a crappy HOA president, you're screwed because they're going to make your hell on everything.
Yeah, and so it's
interesting. We're getting a spot here and put premium, but your call premium is not dipping down, so they're kind of moving together. Crazy thing yesterday, I could see why Maple Stacks might not watch the VIX as much because the VIX and ES was pretty much moving. A lot of moves were together yesterday.
Yeah,
the holdings doesn't look as bullish, does it? But
it's
look at that volume; it's coming down. But I do the thing a lot where I get when I first look at it, I look at the premiums. And a lot of times the premiums will give you an indicator of what's fixing to happen. If you see like a big spike in your premiums, a lot of times you'll see your volume spike with it and you'll see the market spike with it, or the opposite way, whichever way it's going. But when it's just moving, those premiums really don't tell you a whole lot, to be honest with you. The volume is what you're looking at. Because yesterday when I was scalping, the call premiums were dropping, but call volume was going up. So that's why it was giving me confidence to take the long to scalp it up.
So what do you make of this candle?
I'm torn.
I was going to say. What an indecision candle.
Do what we said we'll do. We're going to be patient. We've talked about this before. Now, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but a lot of times when you get, I'm going to like this for a second. Remind me though, even though I have it locked, if I put my orders on here, I got to unlock it to move my orders because it locks your orders in too. You can move them in the dime, you just can't move them on the screen. I don't know about this. Indecision candle, what I was saying, a lot of times indecision candles is when you get the reversals.
Yeah.
Because you were looking for buyers both ways. Obviously, you found them in the middle. So that tells you not much of anything.
Yeah, indecision candle at the top of a range.
Yeah, that's always. I'm going to tell you, though. you said reason we don't move our ranges.
Yeah. Yeah.
16 so far, 18, 2.5 points off of it.
Oh, there it goes. Came right
Still
back
not
down. Yeah. Came right back down. Spy Tide is telling us
oh boy.
no worries, no wakas. Holdings different.
We're gonna
Market
take
Tide.
I love the call and put premium there and the volume. So your volume just had a little spike in it. Your call premiums are going straight up. Your put premiums are going straight down. Tide is suggesting that we're going to get a pop. Bookmap saying same thing. We've got a break. Of course, all your orders are sitting at. Let me look and see. I can actually now. I can pull up here and see exactly where we're sitting at. 22. So we got to break 22. If we break 22, could get a nice runner up. So, and that would be to that 33 area we were talking about where you actually have orders sitting at too. So we're going to let this one play out. We're in it. We're in a long one lot. This is our strategy. Howie. I say good morning. Let's start on my ride this man. Good morning, Howie.
Good morning,
Glad
Howie.
you could join us this morning.
So I've got a long at 1750 order. I haven't gotten filled yet.
We're only going to risk a couple $100 in this move. If it comes down and it breaks these, it might hold here, but I don't want to take a chance on it breaking and running through everything. So as of right now, Tide is still suggesting that we got more room to go. Bookmap is still saying this 22 area is going to be a booger, and there they are, 22, 23, 23.75, all these orders, 21.50, 20, all these orders they have to go through. So you should see some of these orders move, but there goes some up now. So first thing, we got to break high day. You got to break this 20. Where did we hit that high day at? I guess way over here, right after close. Wow. Okay. So you wouldn't even knowing this shows high day, I would not consider that high day since it happened yesterday at 305. Right?
Right.
I would say high day, you could look either here, which we're struggling to break above, or here where it kind of came back retested and popping. So I did see Maple Stack said from 4 a.m. to open is what he looks for his pre-market highs and lows.
Ranges. Makes
Yeah.
sense. It's right around there. After VIX open.
Think about it, and it's the same exact damn thing we're doing here.
Yeah.
Except I came up with this strategy. I didn't know I was copying somebody, but this is the thing about trading. If you have a strategy that works, somebody's doing the strategy somewhere. You can find it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing, you're not coming out with anything earth shattering or groundbreaking on strategies right now. So you can see what we're looking for. We're looking for this break, and then we could get a good run. If not, we'll chill here. The longer we chill here, the less I like this move, but it could be flagging also.
Yeah, I mean, it's
flags
just
clean
kind of
out.
hanging out. The tide hasn't really given you much of a worry. The changes there. Holdings, you get a spike up in call volume, even though premium's dropping. But look at that put premium just die off.
Yep.
So
they're dying together, aren't they?
Yeah, general market, you got a little uptick in call volume, die and put premium. So I mean, you've got indicators that are favorable to the bulls on that side, and then
You should have got it in too.
Yeah, we're in.
Now
Min 1750. Cool. For the record, I was in prior to this drop, so
Hey, is what it is. You
you
got a big pop in put premium here, and your call volume and your volume kind of up. So, not surprised we're seeing a little move down. Now we need to see a move back up, or we're going to take a stop on this one. And we'll look to see what we see from there. But very nice pop and put premium over here. Big pop in it, actually. I don't like that as far as tides going. My gosh, at the pop on the put premium.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, your call premium's not dying off as fast as your put premium's rising. So this kind of goes back to, I think we've talked about before, when you're in a trade, you look for things that would justify your trade. So am I looking to justify this long here? That's the question.
Yeah. Here's your general market. You see a drop in call premium, increase in put premium, and then a drop in call volume. Holdings, similar story as the general market, but you are getting a little move up. You can see a recovery here, and we did hold these EMAs.
You don't jinx us, Roy.
Well,
as soon as you said that, they started coming back to EMAs again.
I know.
Jinx us here, and you still might have.
VIX below 15, but a little green candle there on it. Had a bit of a waterfall effect, and then
we need this 13 to hold. I saw another thing. I guess MapleStack uses the 20 EMA.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked him, said, "Why not use a 21?" And he probably had a Monty response. His response was, "It's the same damn thing."
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people get messed up. I use the 8 and the 21. I know a lot of people use the 9 and the 20. It absolutely makes no bit of difference which one. As long as you have that range there, you are so close. It does not matter.
Yeah.
I think the only thing where we're a little bit different is I have the 13, which is, I have the 13, which is the gray one. I have the 200, and then I have the 50 SMA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think most people have those on their charts. Nice pop here in volume and call premiums. Even though your put premiums are still rising, your call premiums are starting to rise back up a little, and that's why we're seeing this move back up. One thing so I've had people ask me, I think it was Harry, "Hey, do I need to get Bookmap or Tide?" Well, if you're just starting out, no, I don't suggest you add all this stuff to your trading because it can confuse you on what you're looking at. So you got to be able to put everything together. But saying all that, once you can look at Tide and Bookmap and kind of place them together on what's happening, well, that gives you a little more of an advantage. So if you want to get these indicators, I'm not saying, hey, don't get them, or these different tools you can use. All I'm saying is don't depend on them 100% and practice reading them. And if you don't understand them, there is a million YouTube videos on both of them to show you what to look for, how to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then just practice that for a month, 2 months. Don't do anything with it. Just look at it. Watch that. And you'll be surprised what you learn and how you learn going forward. So call premium's coming back down, but call volume still kind of popping a little bit. Put premium is just insane here. It's wanting to go above the 0 line on the put premium. I don't like that at all. It is kind of getting us the feeling that we could be topping here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why, right? This is what's kind of this whole area here. And remember, we talked about yesterday the orders that are traded in those areas. So you look 7,000, 8,000, 7,000, 4,000, 8,000, 5,000. Then you get down these 10,000s right below VWAP, which means I probably shouldn't move that stop now, but I'm not going to risk more than $200 because I can get a better entry. I would hate for the worst thing you can do is, let's say I move my stop down and I end up being, let's say I move it down to here. Well, it stops me out here, but then it returns. Well, I just lost $200, $150 that I could have saved, even though I did get it back. But if I stop here and then if it gives me a re-entry back here, I've actually made money on that trade, believe it or not, if you look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Put premium is telling the tale. This thing is spiking like crazy. Go to Tide real quick, Roy.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
That is insane, the move it's getting.
Yeah, you're seeing volume starting to.
Eurozone consumer confidence flash. Oh, we had some Eurozone news. That has something to do with it. Stop us out there. Eurozone consumer confidence flash came out negative 14.2. Forecast was negative 14.1. Interesting. So now we're
you
back
see
in
this
this
cross on general market tide.
Yep. Well, we're out. We're going to wait now and see if we get us another opportunity. This is why we have stops. This is why we put them where they put them. Even though we are just chopping around there, and we could have got a little bit of it back maybe, but if this thing tanks down, guess what? We're out of it. We're not worried about it. We're going to sit here and wait for our next play. And the problem is, too, if you get a breakdown here, well, let's look at it. Let's see our levels that you could look to go to. Break there. There's a level. There's a level. I actually put one there and there. So there's your, that would be, if it does break down, that would be your price targets to the downside. It's not rocket science, folks. This is pretty simple. You're looking, this thing, guess what it's doing though, Roy?
Lagging.
Well, not just that, it's making a higher high. I mean, a higher low.
Keeping trending.
Yeah, it's making the higher low. It's keeping the trend, which the trend is up, so you would expect it to keep making that. The break couldn't get the here. It's just a cluster that you've had a lot of. You probably got a lot of people that were waiting to take profits at this whole area here. You can look. This has been resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a supply demand zone. You want to do whatever. Well, there you go. Got a little above it, and then came right back down to it. Notice you never got to close above it. So. Now we wait. We got in, we got a loss, and now we wait. Now we wait.
Yeah, because this thing is right back in your opening kind of chop.
But I'm gonna tell you, if you're looking at your SPY tide, you're buying a short and you're holding it because that thing is ugly. Your put premiums, look at your put premiums. Go back, if you can go back there, Roy. It just went above call premiums on this massive move up.
You got a candle by candle to the short side here too.
Yep. That is playing out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the tide real quick, Roy.
Sorry, I was mesmerized by the candle by candle. So I did your general market tide, and then
look at that.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah. With a candle by candle to the short side at trend line.
Did you get in it?
Support. I got in it on my top step. Yeah.
I don't hate it. Now, look where we kind of stopped at, though.
Yep.
If we get this break, we could get a very nice move down. Roy, I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
Don't.
Looking at it.
Your take profit needs to be at around 6107.
Yeah, it's a
And then
6108.
run, move it to 6, and then 3. Just keep moving it down, okay? Trust me. We're going to make you some money off that. Don't sell it early unless it stops you out. What's your entry?
So I got in at 1450, so right about here.
Okay. If we break above, I don't like it if we break back above VWAP here. This put premium is just this thing is still going up. It is insane on the put premium on.
Yeah.
Mine is not bugging it. This is like accurate, right?
No, that's accurate.
And we kind of took a little sideways move on it here. So do we get a break on it here finally? Could not close. This thing could not close below the 50. I thought for sure we got this move down and we were fixing to tank down. Look at this thing move back up.
Wrong.
What's your stop set at?
High day. Basically the top of that candle.
Yeah.
Looks like it's headed there. If it fails here, right, so it's retesting the 8. But it just ripped through a bunch of them. Good golly, put premium. We are back green on call. Very slight. No, back red.
Yeah, this is a move.
I think it's a short.
I think it's a short too. I'm trying to be patient for the folks at home. So if we would have closed, that daggum 50 is what concerns me because that has been the indicator for the last few days, and I'll be daggum if it still ain't holding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, patiently waiting. It has warmed up to a balmy 30 degrees here this morning. It's going to feel like a heat wave. I think it's supposed to get like up in the, is it supposed to get like 50 today or something? Let's see what it's supposed to get to today.
I need that to head my way.
45 will feel like it's summertime. I will put shorts on and flip-flops. I will not put shorts and flip-flops on, but because even it warms up a little bit, that damn wind is just cut through you.
What is my Apple order at? Isn't that Phil?
Where's your what?
I have an Apple call order I'm trying to get out of.
Apple's still up 1%, up $2, 216. Meta still green. Tesla has turned red. The Googs has turned red. Nvidia's almost 1.5% down, about $2 down, 145. Nvidia's still up there though. Apple coming back some now, so be careful with your
Yeah, I sold half right here for a good minute. What's up, man? I'm tired.
Did he wake up too early or something, or is he just tired?
I think he's just bored. Be all right. We're green, buddy. Look, remember the green red game we're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The green red game. Exactly. The green red game we're playing. This is a game.
Now we're back red. Oh no. Back green. Red, green, red, green, red, green.
I like your short there, but I just don't. It's got to break this VWAP and 50 for me to think about it.
SPY tide makes me a little bit confident.
I don't blame you because it's still going. I mean,
Calls
If
just
we
went
get
below the zero line.
Yeah, if we get the break here, VWAP, I might join you here. I just
Oh, all right.
I just can't do
Battling the market, battling my son.
it
Yeah,
yet.
it's holding VWAP. That's not good. The hold of VWAP there was not good.
Well, I mean,
Look outside.
look at your EMAs though. They're turning down. VWAP is flattening out, fixing to turn down. 21, fixing to turn down.
How many minutes?
We still got a little bit, baby.
How many minutes?
Probably like 45.
No.
I know.
You say, hey, this
Wait.
is work. This is work, son. This is work. This is my
work.
job.
This is work, man. This is job. You guys have distracted me from my job the last like 6 weeks. All right. Let me hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I used to tell my son a lot of times, I said, do you like what we have? Like, yes. Okay, then you got to let me do what we got to do. Do you want to go buy a toy? Yes. Okay. Well, if I don't work, we can't buy a toy.
Yeah. He's slowly getting it, but
My son you could bribe him you go to Dollar Tree and they used to have these little dollar dinosaurs.
mm-hmm.
And that's all he wanted. You go buy him a little dollar dinosaur. He was happy. And he thought you was like, it took me all week to make enough money to buy this dollar dinosaur. But he loved it.
Yeah, it's funny, the simple stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they like, not so much the complex high-end things. Like he's got a fancy car, that remote control car he barely plays with, but little figurines, he'll play with it hours.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Speaking
Great.
of,
Everybody's like, oh, he'll grow out of the dinosaur phase. Well, he is in college to be an anthropologist. Make that make sense. Some things stick.
Found his passion.
He actually did. There was a class his freshman year. It was called Dinosaurs 101. I was like, what do you think about it? He's like, oh, it's kind of boring. I know everything in there. Like, of course you do. It's the same kid when he was like second grade, first grade, maybe. He was young, and they were studying dinosaurs in class, and the teacher said, this is a so-and-so, and of course Eli raised his hand. Like, no, you're wrong. It's not. This is what it is. Like, no, this is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. I went back and forth, and when I go to pick him up that afternoon, the teacher's like, hey, it's Eli tried to correct me in class, and students shouldn't do that. He was wrong. He needs to, blah blah blah. I'm a teacher. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I'm like, look, if he corrects you on it, because Eli didn't talk. I was like, if he corrects you on it, you might need to check to see if he was right or not. Like, I've been teaching this, like blah blah blah. I know this. Like, okay. Well, next day when I go to drop him off that morning, she gets me to pull to the side, and she issued Eli and myself an apology that she was wrong. Eli was right. I was like, oh, imagine that.
Wow.
You've been teaching it wrong for all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah, footprint was popping back up, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Call volume right now.
That's chop. Chop. You thought you were gonna have the breakdown. Yep. Sure, it's on backwards.
The crazy thing is, I rushed a trade up here. If you look at it, we never got a close. Well, we got that one close. I entered. I should have waited for a retest after the close, and I didn't. But kind of got in, and it came down and took me out. So I actually got in earlier than this. So by not being patient, trying to be patient, by not being patient, it actually cost us $200. Technically, it cost $600. But this is the new money. You don't see me jump right back into another trade to try to make it back. I'm trying to wait for the perfect move. And look, we might not get the great move that's going to play out. If we don't, that's fine. We'll be $200 down on the day. I can't remember the last time I've traded one trade $200 down on the day and called it a day. And I can be honest. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to call it a day here either, but
no.
I could. I will find a trade here eventually.
I may cut this short. I don't like the candle formations. We'll see how this. I'll give it another minute or so. But
yeah, I would love for you to be able to get back to break even at least and cut it. I thought we were going to get. I'm telling you, when we got this move down, I was like, all right, we're fixing to run.
Yeah.
And look, the move down. Look how it turned back up. Gave us indecision, which we said it here, didn't we? Indecision candles usually are in a reversal. Well, indecision reversal, indecision reversal. So, yes, indecision candles a lot of times give you a reversal, and obviously it's worked that way a couple times. So, call premiums popping, put premiums kind of popping a little. Volume still, it's on the green side. CBD is holding 2,400. It got up to about 3,000. It never really spiked crazy. It kind of dropped back to, looks like right around 2,000. It's a little hard to see over here. I got anybody hadn't ever seen Bookmap at the bottom, you've got a line. It's like a line chart, right? That's your CVDs moving up and down. It gives you your high and your low, and then kind of goes from there. Red, of course, is below zero, negative. Green is above zero, positive. So it gives you 2,500, and I think the lowest we got, I can't even see. It looks like it's about 1,000 was pre-market early this morning before I even logged on. But it's hard to tell exactly what. I mean, you can see kind of, but kind of hard to see exactly what it is with this. But it's not that important that I know what it got to.
I'm gonna stick with it. It's not running away. Tide is kind of choppy. The definition of choppy tide. So
Yep.
we're
Daddy.
yeah, just sticking with it. Let me check on little man. Hold on 1 second.
You're good. Crazy thing. So it rained here about a week ago, I guess. And once the rain got through my vehicle, my Jeep was just nasty. Like, I was like, what is something? I hadn't been down a dirt road. I don't know where all this dirt came from. Well, my neighbor came out, like, oh, it's the fires in Los Angeles and California. That's what's causing it. I'm like, well, I've heard that before, but this doesn't look like that kind of stuff. It looks more dirt than anything else. So I saw it was a dust storm in Texas. This is weather and just science in general kind of makes me think. It's just, I love it and I don't understand it all at the same time. There was a dust storm in Texas, and so much dust got in the atmosphere. When the rain clouds were actually formed, it actually pulled all the dust into it. By the time it got here, it just dumped all that dust back down, and it might have been the dirtiest rain I've ever seen in my life. My vehicle looked like I just went down a mud hole and covered up. I was like, that's just crazy. It came from Texas to Mississippi, and I'm sure it went further east.
Yeah.
Here, but I was like, that's just insane. And then, of course, the weather people were like, hey, any of you people that do rain catchment, like, you need to make sure you definitely have a good filter because there's going to be dirty water coming through. So, and it was dirty water. Roy, this is annoying. So it stopped me out. My original stop was actually like down here.
Daddy.
So if I didn't have my original stop, we would still be in this trade long. We would be down probably, I don't know, $100, less than $100. So, but and I also did say if you get back here, you could take it long. 13, you could have got 4 points out of it. Well, we would have been back flat on the day. It's amazing. Ooh.
Hello.
Huge drop in volume, huge spike in put premiums. You saw it play out here at the same time. That drop in your volume right there, Roy, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that thing just turn from that green down to red that quick.
Mm.
Yeah. I was actually looking at it when it happened. That's why I was, whoa. I wanted to go jump into a short real quick because I thought it was fixing to run again. Are you still in your short or did you get out of it?
Still in it. They say break even right now, so.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you to do, to be honest with you. I like it short, but I don't like it enough to join you. Yeah.
Keeps holding VWAP. So
Look at this 50 in this stupid trend line.
yeah.
I didn't have to draw a trend line.
Yeah.
All I use is the 50.
Yeah, I mean that's all it really is.
You got to get your VWAP break. If you get your VWAP break, and it's got to get it, not just a break, it's got to break it and hold it. Say we hadn't closed below it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you close below there, you still got the 50. And look, you got the 200 right on. So the 50's crossed the 200. That is a little bearish, right? No, it's bullish because your 50's going up. You need your 50 to start to turn back down and go back below that 200.
That's a lot of stuff it's got to get through.
Yeah. CBD's come back to 1,800, so it's dropped a good 500 points, which is not a ton, but it is going in the direction you want to get it in. But kind of what's annoying, you get this drop, you had the put premium spike again, but then your call premium spiked a little bit to kind of move it back up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Now your volume is still negative, so you're still looking at that. But is it going to pop back up just like it popped down then? You got 500 orders sitting at 20. I mean, actually, there it is right there, 493.
Yeah.
Here's your to the downside. I don't know, Roy.
Well, it gave me an option. Gave me an opportunity to get out break even slightly green. I didn't take it. So that's on me.
I can't say I blame you though, because look at put premiums popping again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Problem is those.
I think it's banks versus tech. NQ trending sideways. That's what Howie says.
Yeah.
I could be right, Howie. This is hell. I might have a $200 negative $200 day today.
Well, we know in 30 minutes the market's going to chance a bit.
Yeah, I was hoping to get in a trade and get out of a trade before Trump came on. And you can see that I'm still. I mean, I got in and out of one, but not how I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to be out in and out green, and then there. But I don't understand why I'm not taking the VWAP long yet, though. I guess because you're in the short, and I don't want to jinx you to the side. I don't know.
No, I mean it gets back down there and it holds. I mean, now you're getting to where we're grinding towards that trend line.
Yep.
So you could have this magical VWAP trend line.
Oh, you said VWAP.
I know. I just maybe I'll do anything to have this thing tank right now.
And of course, my rule still stands. We're above the 50, so I can't short above the 50.
Yeah.
Even though it might be the play here, but I just can't do it. I mean, I say that, but we're just grinding, and it's not just sideways, it's grinding up very slowly, but we're grinding. Even though we did open, we're down 0.09%, $5.
Yeah. Well, back to break even.
Let's see what VWAP does here. It's kind of the rule of three, right? You keep testing this thing, eventually it has to break.
I took my $25.
Really?
Yep. So it'll tank.
Really?
Yep. I took my $25. Of course, it's tanking. Now, I honestly, I don't like playing with that the VWAP 20 or the VWAP, the 200, the 50, and the trend line, and that is just a. What are you wearing? Are you wearing something different now?
No,
All right, go ahead, bud.
I'm going outside.
All right.
Be careful, don't break anything.
No, he loves to like take the ice and like throw it like he's damn Cain at Abel.
Oh, I'm so glad you took your $25.
You know, I gotta stay consistent, right?
I don't look at.
Now,
I don't blame
I think
you.
it's gonna pop. I think it's gonna pop right now.
Here's the deal. I don't blame you for taking the $25. I blame you for when you took the $25. That's the only difference. It's not that you took the $25. I think you should have took the $25. Let's say like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Not on this candle, but it's not. We got the break, but then it's not holding, so we got to get that hold anyway. So, you think it's gonna pop back up? Is that what you said?
I think there's a lot to get through down there.
I wish I knew what Trump was talking about today. Which it really doesn't matter because he will go off script and say whatever. Do you think his speech writers are just they hate writing speeches for him?
I think they used to, yeah.
I mean, you write this fancy, like long speech, and I wonder how much of it actually gets used. Like the first 2 minutes, usually.
Well, he normally goes off cuff of what he would like. He normally does his speeches okay, but it's the
no. Did you see? So the Republican National Convention is the perfect example. Yeah. They got the speech before he did it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time that the commentator said anything was like, "Well, he's already broke the speech." Now the good thing, he will come back to it.
Yeah,
but he'll break it and come back to it. Break it, come back to it. Break it, come back to it. So we got the break. We're getting the break of the 50 here, so I can look for a short if it closes below the 50.
Here's my snow boots.
So that's where we're at. Where we're at. We're looking. Put premium still going crazy. Volume is going down. Call premium is just tanking. My gosh, call premium looks ugly. I think, gosh, I wish he wasn't speaking to like one.
I know.
All right, we got the close below the 50.
Yeah, the candle by candle setup.
Yeah,
to the short side.
I want to.
So if you get a VWAP rejection. It's just hanging out at the 200.
Roaring Kitty makes cryptid Futurama post. Everyone is trying to figure it out. That is what we get on Unusual Wells. I mean, on Financial Juice now. Roaring Kitty news. We're going to give this a little room to move. We're going to move this stop. right above high day. We're going to move our take profit. Ooh, boy. I just don't know if we can get that low. Is that your mom there with him? Is that
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Helping out.
That's awesome.
It helps. Yes.
I'm
You're
sure.
about
Yeah.
to throw them outside and let them play with ice.
I love it. There's no telling how many times Roy's closed that door. And there's open.
My dad.
That's a much, man. What's
Oh,
up?
that is great. I love that. As soon
You
as we
going
got
outside?
up, we're open. Yep.
I'll wait on you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit, so go ahead and play outside, and then I'll be out there. Okay?
In 10 minutes.
No, it'll be longer than that.
10.
So, can you?
15 minutes.
Yeah. Can you close the door when you leave?
15
please?
minutes.
Yes.
That couldn't have been more perfect. Could have been more perfect.
Well, I was just sitting down to say I joined the short with you, and yeah, I don't know if I missed anything. I like the VWAP slight rejection to start.
Well, you got so volume is still trending down on Tide. I don't like how you're putting it. Seems to be following premium today a little more,
Mm-hmm.
but your call premium is dropping like crazy. CBD's come all the way back to 1,200. This is the lowest it's been in a minute, but then it's popped to 1,400. So, and we get a pop here. See where my stop is, and the crazy thing is, if it hits my stop, we still have room on our personal daily loss limit to keep. I don't want to keep trading though, but this might stop me for the day. I'm trying to be more consistent on, hey, if I have a couple of losing trades, let's just call it a day and come back tomorrow and regroup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your mindset tells you always you can get it back. Oh, I can get this back. I can get this back. I can get this back. Well, a lot of times that bites you in the butt. So look at this pop now. My gosh. I mean, this is. I'll throw the ball in there. Let Dixie go get the ball.
Yeah. You got
This thing is stupid. Stupid.
right off 200.
CVD is back to 2,200. You still got all these orders right above where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems, oh, here comes put premium back. Call premium is popping with it, though. So
This looks better.
Yeah, you look better. Okay.
you got a cluster of orders up here at high day, and then right above us, they're at 2050. So the orders are watching. You don't want to see these start to move up, which now you're seeing them move up. As soon as I say that, we need a hard rejection here, Roy. Need a hard rejection.
Yeah. Well, now you got a candle by candle sitting up to the upside.
Those aren't always perfect. Oh my gosh, look at call. Look at volume.
Yeah.
Volume is turned. Oh, it got right to that zero line. Dip back. Roy, you getting frustrated yet?
I am.
I could tell by that walk to the door that time you're getting.
I am. I was frustrated with that one. Well, the market's, to be fair, to criticize us a bit, is we're not playing what the market's given us. The market's given us a trend line up. The market gave us a range. We haven't broken out above or below.
Yeah, and we've got 25 minutes till the Trumpinator decides to do what he's going to do. Who knows what that's going to be? Hopefully, he comes out and says, "Hey, we're doing more tariffs than I said." I don't really actually want him to do more tariffs than what he said. I just want him to say it so the damn price drops, the market drops. Trump is signing an executive order at 1:30 today. I don't know what he's signing an executive order for, but he is signing an executive order today at 1:30. Let's see if we can find out what the executive order is going to be. Let's see. You know, I'm really, and this is not Trump, this is all presidents. I hate these executive orders to a point where, like, some of them, like when Biden did the loan forgiveness,
Mhm.
and then Trump just did the what is it where you're born in America? But what's it called?
Birthright.
Yeah, I
National.
don't believe either one of those. And look, even knowing they did forgive some student loans, it was not the Supreme Court ruled he couldn't do it, even though he still did it anyway. I'm not sure why something didn't come up with that.
Yeah.
Trump with this citizen birthright, the Supreme Court's going to overturn that because of the 14th Amendment. I mean, I don't. How could you sign that into an executive order saying that is right? Because technically, nobody before the first settlers, I mean, none of those were born here. So were they Americans? Their kids
Right.
are. So we're birthright citizens, right? Just we go further back.
Mm-hmm.
That's just I don't know. That's my pet peeve with it. My pet peeve with it.
Now, I
Wow.
gotta ask you this. Yeah, you're getting this move up. So would you look to close to then to go flip long if you get a retest of that zone?
Yes. You got to. You got to think about it for sure. CBD has gone to my gosh, 3,800.
Also, too, the origin of this launch spot is not to be diminished. It's right at the trend line, 200, broke above VWAP after testing it multiple times, never broke down. Yeah.
This is the most frustrating play in trading stocks.
Mm-hmm.
You get the breakdown you want, you get the close you want, you get the retest, and then it looked like it was going to hold for a minute and then just spiked up like crazy.
Yeah.
So what I'm fixing to do is while you don't have a bunch of people coming in and out, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break and clear my head for a second. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out while I'm doing it. I'm leaving my stop where it's at. Yes, I think you should go.
15 minutes, it's over.
Yeah, go take a break and I'll take it from here.
Well, let's wait till is he going out? Is he going to stay in? I don't want to.
He's gonna stay in. We'll do it both. We'll be all right.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, man. All right, so we're gonna go through the market with my little buddy here. You want to do this with me?
What?
We're gonna talk to the people and go through the market. You gonna do that?
Oh, 15 minutes is over.
No, you bullied a 15-minute timer. I said 30.
No, 15.
So let's go looking through ES. So what
Where's
we have?
Mama?
What's that?
Where is he?
He took a break, so I've got to take over while he's taking a break. Sometimes you got to take breaks. You got to like think about things.
How about you?
No, I'm good. I mean, I'm getting interrupted about 40 times today, so it's been nice.
Daddy, I want you to play with me.
I know you do, but baby, I got to do this.
Where's Monty doing?
Mama's working.
Why is he in the background?
Monty? That's Monty's background. All right, let me do this, and then I'll answer all your questions, okay? All right, we got VIX coming down. So as you can see, we've got a nasty candle on VIX, which is not good for any shorts.
Who are you talking to?
Anybody that watches the stream, they get to hear me. So I got people watching that don't really, you can't see. We got the VIX coming down a little bit. We got TNX pushing up as we mentioned, the pre-market, but could be trending down, which would be good for the market. Dixie, as you can see, is kind of doing this up, down, up, down, up, down. Not a lot to the Dixie right now. To the Mag 7, I got Apple up 1%. It's been very strong today, which is good. I've had calls. I trimmed half my call position
What
today.
does that say?
I'll trim the rest of it
Monty?
closer to the.
What does
Closer
that
to
say?
the. Hey, let me finish this, okay?
Ruby.
Nvidia down 0.8%. Microsoft down 0.7%. We got Google up 0.5%.
15 minutes.
We got Amazon down 2%, down 0.2%. Meta up 0.8%. Tesla basically flat. So you've got Mag 7. You got a mixed bag going, but if any of those start to get some traction, I think you're going to see ES continue to push higher, as it looks like it's almost tested that 1970 or that 1920. Sorry, that 6120. We'll see if we can push higher from there. Hopefully, for Monty's sake, I went ahead and stopped out of my short. Just a couple bad trades today. Can't get it going. IBM looks like it's coming back down, flagging a little bit. Bitcoin had a nice recovery back over 105,000, 106,000. It's now testing 104.6. So let's see if we can get back to 105,000. Solana is at 248. It's had a nice pop up to 240, 254, but a pretty healthy little drop and then a recovery here, so that could keep pushing up. Let's see, anything else of interest? Gold basically flat. Qs basically flat, but looks like Qs are on a march higher. SPY basically the same thing as ES, but as you can see, it's pushing up to high a day. It's getting close to that 606.51.
Hey, what are you doing?
So here we go. Is
how you trade?
ES is over here. Yeah, as we cook up, now we're going to go over to market tide, pushing higher. You see the call volume has pushed up, and you've got SPY volume pushing up as well, so it's back green. We've got premiums pushing up, put premium pushing down. On holdings, you've got price skyrocketing. You got call premium starting to drop, but your call volume is green now. So it did hit 61.20 on the high, and there's Monty.
Hey.
So got a strong move up here. So, and I don't know if you can say that this is a retest.
Where's history
on this candle, but it probably.
No, what? Here we go. Perfect scenario.
Hey, where's history?
Hold on.
Come back now, retest, and our strategy. We're looking for longs again.
So on a retest, are you looking at that 611875?
I would love 18, but it might be 19. Might be the retest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see something here. We got one more trade in us, is what we got, pretty much. So, one more trade in us. Now you want to chase this daggum thing, but my gosh, it's hard to chase it. My Lord, at the move here. You know what we're getting, Roy? You know what we're getting?
What we're getting short cover?
We're getting a little bit of short cover before Trump. A little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to.
What are you doing?
We started here. Volume was down. You had these pretty much these three candles where volume can't pick back up a little bit, kind of back to our norm. So yeah, 25. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't chase it. I got to wait for some kind of pullback. So
we just went green on ES.
If we would have chased it where I first said it, we would have got a couple points anyway so far. Now you're looking. I mean, ideally, you would love a 8 retest, but Don't know if we're gonna get it or not. To be honest, look at oh my gosh, could have tied.
Where are you going?
Oh, that's holdings, and there's just buy. Wow, look at that call volume pop.
Where's Uncle Barney?
What's your target? 33. It's just I can't afford to chase it because I only got $300 to play with here. So
Yeah.
boys and girls, your move was right here on this break back up. But that's hindsight, right? Call premium and put premium have swapped.
Daddy, where are you going?
And Roy, there's no doubt you're getting some short covering here.
This
into
is
Trump.
Bert.
Yes.
Yeah. Whoa, my gracious.
Yeah. Yeah. This is twice I said you can't chase, and we should have chased, but we're going to wait. We're being patient. We're doing our thing. As annoying as
Money.
your 50s turn straight up, of course, you know your 8, 13, 21. VWAP is turning straight up. It's turning up. This is the ugly candle up here, though. That is not a good looking candle. CVD is gone. What were we at a minute ago when I was talking when we were in a short? Like 1400?
Yeah.
There's some momentum. Roy, you won that battle for a second. I see he just walked off. And you got to angrily get up and close the door. Heck, that might have been our pullback right there, and I said it was an ugly candle.
That's tough, though. That's tough with that candle and that move.
Yep.
But, I mean, 21, 25 now is what you're looking right?
I mean, I'm still wanting around 19, 20 maybe. 20. You got 400 orders sitting at 20, but the problem is, well, let's look at this. You got this cluster right here. So 20 to 1950, right where I said I would like to enter around 1920. So that would be where I would love to pull back to, if you can pull back to that. The thing about it is, look, Roy, if you get the breakout of here to the upside, you got the 30 to 30, around 30 where we were talking about, where I drew that line up there. If you look, I drew a line. This is 33.25. So you got orders right around here on it. If somehow it breaks that, you don't have anything till 45 and 50.
Wow.
Scroll back some more, and there's nothing to help us get there. This is our all-time high, right?
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah. No, I think all-time high is 61.80.
Another protein.
You can have one. Yeah.
Physics 60 protein.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
180. Look at this little mini cup. Look at this little mini cup you got on the 4 hour.
Very many.
But it's there.
It's there. That call volume is just disrespectful, man. Bam. Well, with that though, it doesn't really suggest short covering, right?
No. Only thing is, look at the volume on this last candle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're seeing the volume came in now. I think you had some people. I think you did have some shorts. I think you got some people that were just protecting themselves before Trump speaks, is what I think. But And if that's the case, if shorts are covering, that's telling me that they think he's going to be bullish in his speech, right?
Yeah.
Why
Probably
if you didn't think he was going to be bullish? And it could be, hey, we just don't know.
Yeah. Well, the crypto community is like begging him to do the strategic reserve.
I don't think we're there yet.
I don't think we're there yet either.
Do I think he's going to eventually do something on crypto for? Yes. Now, the $1 million question is, what's he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I still like this long here at this area, this 2075. I think that's the one you mentioned earlier, isn't it, that spot?
Yeah.
I don't. This volume is. It's insane how this volume swapped on that quick on spot on. I mean, it's to the point where it was so much to the upside on the chart that you hardly see any dip on the low side now. Even when it was there, just because it's so high where it's at now. So just give me this little pullback and get in it. And I'm telling you, I think we could ride this thing unless he does something crazy. I think if we get in a trade at that 2075 area, which I think is a really good area, I think we could ride this thing for a while, to be honest with you. I mean, this is a strong, strong move up.
Mm-hmm.
But I know one thing, since we changed strategies, how we're doing this, and we're trying to be more patient and really, I mean, look, I'm going to tell you, I don't think the entry was bad here on the short. It just, I think we have, oh my gosh, look at call premium pop now. But volume is not, I can't tell. Did volume go down or volume up?
Volume went slightly.
Yeah, it's still up. Never mind.
Yeah, still up.
Now we've got to move this up to 2150 because we've got to be above these orders here to get a feel, hopefully. I mean, it's almost to the point where you pull it up here and you're trying to get an entry. I don't want to put it too high. You do have this little area right here where we're having trouble to get above. So yeah, you have these highs here, right? But then you also got to look here. You got this area where it's struggling, and if it breaks that, you got 28, which should be another. I'm gonna move my order back, Nelson. Good luck. Good luck today. Because we only have 200 and pretty much $280 to play with here, so we got to be careful what we do. We still got 2 people watching us here. And you 2 people are the rock stars.
Yes.
See, I say that, we'll probably lose one now. I don't know who's here. Say hey if you're here. Whoever the 2 people are.
It's probably my son making sure that I'm actually doing it.
That would actually be.
He's in a trade. Let me run through the door.
Yes. I know you get frustrated with it. It's funny on my side to watch it.
Yeah. Well, it's just not. It's not the norm, right? Like I haven't had like a normal scenario of trading in a while. It's It's like at this point, it feels like it's been on and off for like 8 weeks. And so I'm just like, I just need some normalcy for like a week straight, please.
I mean, it's been going a little bit.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody's patience with it. They put premium pushed up over the 0 line.
Put premium, it's a big pop on put premium there. Are they going
Yeah.
to cross?
I mean, they look like it. So
My ex brother-in-law, they live in Destin now, or somewhere down there. I don't know exactly the name of it's not technically Destin, it's in that area.
LeVar, Niceville, Fort Walton, all that.
He put a picture of the pier out into the Gulf of Mexico, covered in snow. Something
wow.
you never see. I've been amazed watching all of the people from Louisiana and Florida just freak out and all they're doing, and it's been fun to watch. I'm glad it's there, not here. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a shock to the system. I'll tell you that.
Well, now what is it? Last week before last, we got the same thing. So luckily, ours was here a day and it was gone.
Yeah,
like you were able to get out and do whatever you need to do the next day. But it's fun. Look, I like snow. I like to look at it. I hate to deal with it. I hate to go to the grocery store because people think that. I think you even made the comment, your wife, I think we're going to be snowed in for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks. And for some reason, they buy all the toilet paper and bread and milk. And you want to ask them, like, do you normally eat bread and milk? Like, you normally consume, because you're stuck in the house for a day.
Right.
But by God, and to their defense, I was alive when we had the ice storm in '94, where we didn't have power for weeks, some places months. So I get it, but we're so much different than we were then. They actually do a really good job of clearing the power lines, all that stuff, keeping everything going. So.
Well,
and there's somebody that lives down there around my brother-in-law and them says, I don't ever remember seeing that much snowfall in my lifetime. Like, I get it. That's how much did y'all end up getting, Roy? How many inches was it? You know?
I think we got about 3 to 5, but I think like Destin area, they got like almost 8.
That is crazy.
8 to 10 inches. Yeah,
we're talking about Florida.
Yeah, I think New Orleans 10 to 12.
The picture of, well, you had a few things. The Bourbon Street and the St. Louis Cathedral and all that stuff, where the pictures was beautiful. And then the Cajuns and airboats.
Yeah,
I love that. If we ever get snow again, I want an airboat, because that is the way to get out there and do something on it.
That's funny. Well, this thing just keeps trucking up, doesn't it? Doesn't want to break. Doesn't want to.
And if you look at Tide, it did what it usually does. The call premium and put premium almost touched, and then they're curling away from each other again. Look at that volume. It's holding steady, though.
Yeah. Just spike, hold. Yeah. This is so you got a little bit of fight here at the 25.
Yeah, we're going to wait for our entry. We're not going to rush entry. We're going to wait and see if we can get it. We're not going to chase it. Well, we're going to have to move it up if we want to get it, though. This might be a bad move. We're going to put up to 6. 24.25. Because if you look to our left, we broke above this, which you can see we struggled at it. Now we're at this area. You got it to probably 28 maybe, and then it might come back. Maybe. I don't know. CBD is 8,000. CBD is 8,000. So this is where we're at. Well, Roy, we didn't trade it right, but our strategy paid off again if we would have done it.
Yet again, there's 28.
Did we get the rejection here? Nope, we're going to bust above it. We're going to 30. I can't say what I want to say right now. What Gulf is that? Are we talking about the that was the Gulf of America?
Gulf of America, yeah.
So I did see somebody like Gulf of Mexico for my whole lifetime, no snow. Gulf of America, let us know. Oh, I just don't know what to do here.
Good stick.
We're going to leave it at 25. And this is what we're going to do. We're staying here. If we don't feel, we don't feel. We're done for the day. Trump should be speaking, but I'm not seeing anything come through. We did have you got what they're going to sell on the auction today. So they're going to sell 69 billion 2-year notes and 84 billion 3-month notes. 70 billion 5-year notes. So 72 billion 6-month notes. We're selling a lot of notes.
5 minutes left, Daddy. 5 minutes left.
Okay.
But the snow's gonna melt.
Not gonna melt.
Whatever does melt.
No, it just becomes water. It's just ice right now, but
Later? What is later gonna be?
I don't know, huh?
It's me. It's me.
Here's your pull back down. Do you want it at 25, the pull sign?
I'm waiting for, if it hits 25, I'm going to enter it.
Okay.
It is a little, I'm not going to lie, this is a little dangerous. Kansas City Fed manufacturing came in actual negative 0.9, previous negative 5. I don't know what that means. So,
yeah.
I'm leaving her there, Roy. I'm leaving her there. This might be a bad move, but I'm leaving her there. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Ole Miss played A&M last night at home. Needed the win. Got beat. Last second 3, lost by 1. And then I saw Peter but Georgia, Ole Miss, and South Carolina led for 119 minutes and 14 seconds of 120 minutes of game time tonight combined. They all went 0-3.
Wow.
Georgia was at one point. Georgia had, I think it was like 28-point lead over Arkansas and lost.
Wow.
And Georgia's a pretty good basketball team if you haven't paid any attention this year.
Yeah. No, the whole SEC is crazy.
They're talking about up to 12 teams making the NCAA tournament this year. I've never seen 12 teams make it. Like, that is just crazy.
Yeah. You guys have had like back-to-back heartbreakers, right?
Yep. Yep. Don't like it. Hey, we got a new subscriber today.
All right. Welcome.
We are slowly. I think now the people are getting. I don't know if it's spam or if it's actual real people now, because it's not a lot, but I'm wanting to err on the side to say that, hey, this is actually people that are wanting to follow us now. So maybe it's getting out there. We have something halfway decent here. We try to be the best we can. We don't always not perfect. You're going to have red days, so it's how you deal with the red days. Right now, we're having a red day, but it's not a bad red day. We're $500 down. We could very easily call it here for the day and be happy. Not happy, but be content, I would say.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I'm down 400 in the other guys. Slightly down, like 120 on Top Step. I just frustrated, but not down and out. Just, I guess I'm more frustrated in, we had a strategy, we had a play, and we
rushed.
It never broke the trend line. It never broke the 200. It did break the 50, so I do have that. But here we're getting a little move. Move it to the 8.
I'm leaving it there. Leaving it there. So it's funny. So single season. So your NL strikeout leader was Kyle Schwarber, who had 200 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Your AL strikeout leader was Eugenio Suarez. I don't know him. 196 strikeouts. Tony Gwynn, his entire decade of the 90s, had 188 strikeouts.
Holy cow.
Well, look at this down. Everything's moving. We're actually back in it now. And I don't know if I like it.
Hey, the timer went off.
Okay, well, give me some time, baby. Just
Let's give you 2 minutes.
Thank you.
We are not going to let it hit our personal daily loss limit. So if we get stopped out here, we will call it a day at a little over $700. Look at these orders just sitting up here at 55. Oh, only thing I wish this would go above my stop out.
Yeah.
Howie, see you next week. See you, Howie.
Take it easy, Howie.
Roy, I think we're going to call it here too. Howie was our last person watching, so
okay.
We can talk off air, but we're going to call it here on the stream.
Yeah.
So everybody, thanks for a fantastic week. We did get back. 3 days this week. I think next week is a normal week. Am I right? Or back normal next week?
Back normal next week. God willing.
Great. Normalcy is a good thing. So,
yeah.
But everybody, thanks for joining this week. We appreciate you. I will update the Discord where we finished today. I've been doing it. I'm not doing it to brag. I'm doing it to kind of hold myself accountable for after we get off the stream to kind of see where I'm at. So whatever we do here, this is what we do. I have not traded the combine yet. So we will maybe look to trade it this afternoon or not at all. I don't know yet. We'll see. But anyway, thanks, guys. We appreciate you this week. Roy, any final thoughts for the week for the guys?
Yeah. Appreciate all your patience on the lack of streams last week, and then obviously the interruptions today. But we're getting back to normal, and feels good to be back. And I appreciate each and one of you, and we'll look forward to doing it again next time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Eddie, 2 minutes.